Elijah, how was it that you spent the bye week? Like, what did you do? Kind of what was the goal during the time off?
I just stayed in New York, used it as like a reset, take care of my body, see if I can go over the game, see what I can do to get better coming into the new week. That's pretty much it.
What stood out to you when you did watch that film about your individual performances?
Just got to do better, all over. Execution and just being better, more, I would say, detailed is what I would say.
Elijah, are you disappointed that you haven't had more production in your first 4 games for you, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't really say disappointed. I know it's all a learning lesson. I know it's important, and that's winning. It's not really about me, it's about winning, and that's really all that matters. If we won every game and I had zero stats, I wouldn't, it wouldn't really matter. So that's the ultimate goal, I think, for everyone in this building. So.
Then is it equally hard then when you guys aren't winning and the production isn't there? Like it's easier, I guess, to swallow the few catches and few yards if you guys are winning, but when you're not winning too, like, do you feel like if you had more production, it could change the course of those games?
Of course, but you can't focus on that. If you do, it's going to eat you up.
Elijah, we look at your college numbers. You were in the slot a lot. Here they have Jameson, they have Berrios. You've been playing outside a little bit more. What has that adjustment been like for you to the outside?
I feel like wherever they put me, I can get it done. Inside, outside, it really doesn't matter. I feel like we're very close. It's just about execution. I think I'm really not worried. Everybody goes through obstacles. Stuff like this happens all the time. My mind's right. My mind's clear. Just trying to get on the same page with my quarterback and my team so we can win.
You dealt with the injury that kind of cost you some time towards the end of training camp, and you didn't get a chance to play in the preseason. While you were healthy enough to play, are you just now getting back to 100%?
I feel fine. I wouldn't say getting back. They wouldn't put me out there if I wasn't ready. So that's pretty much what I can say about that. I feel fine.
Do you feel like you're close, though, to having a big game? Because there's been plays, whether week one or even last week, where like you'll catch a ball down the sideline, but then like there'll be a flag that brings it back and things of that nature. So do you feel like you're close to having a big game?
I do. It's just only a matter of time, and I have to think like that. You got to go in just knowing that anything can happen. You got to be ready. So that's the approach that I take.
Do you keep an eye on Darius Toney at all? Same draft class, same city. You watch him from afar at all?
No, I have no time to do that. We up here all day, so not too much.
Elijah, a big topic over the bye week was the slow starts for you guys and not scoring for the first quarter. I know Salah said that was going to be the focus of what you guys were looking at. When you look at it, is there any explanation that you have for why you guys have gotten off to such slow starts?
It's just execution. We practice all these plays. We just got to do it on Sunday at that specific time. That's all we really can say. And I'm not worried at all. It's just going to happen. It's just going to start to click, and this won't even be a conversation.
There are a number of receivers, Elijah, who have kind of, we talk about quarterbacks breaking out right away and having big seasons because players like Justin Herbert and receivers, you see guys like Chase and Jefferson who had big seasons and jump right off the bat. But a number of guys also, it takes some time for them to get acclimated to the NFL game and the NFL speed. Corey was a player who seemed to, throughout his career, he got better as his career went on. It took him a little bit more time. Mm-hmm. Have you reached out to him that, maybe this start hasn't been as fast as you expected, and he's a guy who didn't have it as fast as you expected, but eventually it caught on?
Of course. Me and Corey talk about it all the time, but I think knowing what type of person I am with my mental and what I focus on, I don't worry about that. I trust in God. I definitely put in the work, so it's not nothing that's, oh, my God, when is it going to come? I think when it's going to come, I'm going to be ready. So that's just how, that's definitely my approach towards it.
What have you learned through those first 4 games, and how do you think you can kind of apply it coming off the bye to the next 12?
There's just so much, I would just say overall just being more detailed, like splits, everything. Football is a game about not just being athletic and winning, and my guy's better than your guy. Of course, that plays a factor, but it's about smarts too, so just understanding football. And that's pretty much it. It's just like everyone else. You understand it, the more games you play, the better you're going to be.
It seems like from watching back, there have been some opportunities that maybe weren't capitalized on. Is that more frustrating, or does that encourage you? Just how do you kind of frame that moving forward?
Just can't focus on it. That's then. This is now. I can only focus on what's going to be ahead.
The Patriots are a team that historically defensively likes to kind of make take one guy and say, okay, he's not the one that's going to beat us. And last time you guys played him, that was Corey. Do you look at this Sunday as an opportunity that if they go into it again saying, we're not going to let Corey Davis beat us, that you can step up in that place and get some one-on-one opportunities?
Of course, that's the plan every Sunday. You know, whatever they feel like that they got to take away, I got to step up and do it. You know, I feel like that's everyone's approach. You know, so you have to think like that. So that's pretty much what I can say about that.
Corey was in here, he mentioned he felt a really good vibe from the team and just a lot of refreshment and energy. Did you pick up on that as
I
well?
definitely did. First day back, literally Monday was like everyone was smiling, everyone was so happy to be here. You can just tell nobody probably even wanted to go home. And that's like the best feeling ever. You know, I feel like the week was like a month. That's really what it felt like. So I definitely felt the vibe switch. It was like a reset button for everybody.